Hey, what's up guys, it's Unchained here, and I am playing some Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii. This is one of the games that I actually haven't gotten to play when it came out. I picked up Skyward Swords in the Wii because I needed a couple of games to keep me occupied until the next-gen consoles come out. Yeah, I'm not too far into it. I got it maybe a week ago, almost 30 stars in, and I'm currently on World 3. Now, I didn't make this video to simply let's play this. I figured, I'll just ramble about this certain piece of Microsoft information while I go through a level. Let's see, did I not just beat the third world? I might have died, because this is a little shortcut apparently. You can actually skip the entire World 3 and go to this level. Let's do that, and see how much trouble I have with it. But anyway, the reason I wanted to make this video is because there's this embargo that's been going on. And it's weird because I have a lot of free time at work, and I've been looking up a lot of reviews and a lot of gaming news, and I've heard nothing about this. I must have just overlooked it. Maybe it wasn't directly on GameSpot or IGN, but it was kind of something that was happening under the radar. Well, here's what's going on. Apparently, there's been a lot of rumors with games on the Xbox One not being able to natively show games in 1080p. A lot of the games have been in 720. So, if it can't run a native resolution HD game in 1080p at 60 frames a second, that's kind of a problem. Actually, let me turn off my Wii remote settings here, because it'd be really annoying to hear sound coming out of it while I'm trying to talk, because I usually have all my audios turned off, but I have to do that one. That'll be kind of irritating if it was going on. But yeah, basically, it's kind of assumed with this current generation of consoles, especially considering how subtle the next-gen transfer, or not really transfer, more of the transition is going to be. It's not going to be like anywhere near as crazy and drastic as it was from the Xbox to the 360 and the PS2 to the PS3. It's going to be a lot more subtle. There's going to be a lot more subtle differences in texture and resolutions, and eventually we're going to adopt 4K, and all this crazy shit's going to happen. But yeah, there's been an embargo on reviews, and it's because there's been some journalists on Twitter and Facebook talking about how Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be running at a native 720p on the Xbox One. Now, me personally, I play on a 23-inch monitor. I really couldn't care less if it was 720p. If it was anything less than that, I'd be kind of annoyed. I'd be like, well, what the hell? This is going to look like shit. Because currently, like right now, I'm playing Mario Galaxy 2. This is a Wii game. Obviously, this is running at a native 480. It doesn't look that good. The game's art style and color palette is really vibrant, and it looks nice. But truthfully, this isn't HD, and it's easy to notice the difference between HD and standard. So, why is Microsoft doing this? That's a great fucking question. I have no idea. It makes no sense. According to a couple forums, I heard that they're going to be keeping the embargo up until November 12th. Now, that poses even more questions, because why have the embargo go up to the point where the PS4 is just about to launch? Now, keep in mind, not only is the PS4 launching 3 days later on the 15th, but the Xbox reviews are going to be up about a week before the console actually launches. Now, obviously Xbox and Microsoft, they either have something to hide or something they don't want people to think. Like, I guess, I don't know, if you ask me, what's going on is people are judging the Xbox before it's even come out. Now, I don't understand why they've even bothered embargoing the reviews. Now, by embargo, I don't know if you guys know what embargo means for some of my younger subscribers. Embargo is essentially a ban on something. Kind of like when they used to embargo, I think, tea over in, the Boston Tea Party or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've heard about that stuff. Hey, Felix actually talking to me on Skype. That's what those little blips are in the background. But, oh, I'm gonna miss the jump. Fuck. Well, it's okay. I'll have to try again next time. It's kind of hard to have any depth perception in this game, because the camera angle is always, like, it seems like with this game, the camera is always behind Mario, if not, oh, shit, that was a horrible turn. It just always seems like you're looking at the top of his head. That's why I'm not a big fan of this game. The camera just seems to be my biggest enemy above all. It's hard to have any depth perception, or, I mean, I can't really tell where I am half the time in this, because I can't tell how far platforms are when I'm jumping them. As you could tell from that last jump, I just really couldn't tell how far I was from it. But yeah, so an embargo is essentially a ban on something. Now, when I say they're embargoing reviews, I essentially mean they're not giving out any of their Xbox One copies to any journalists like GameSpot or IGN. And if they can't get a copy of the game, they obviously can't review it. Now, obviously Microsoft's had a lot of negative feedback on their console starting from E3. People were thinking that it's not going to well, they didn't think anything. People were thinking it's going to suck, but what Microsoft was telling us was you can't trade your games in. You pretty much have to install your discs. Once you install them, they're yours under your account. You can't have anyone borrow it. And, like, these were facts that Microsoft was presenting as facts. So, obviously, people had no choice but to accept what they told us. And people obviously didn't like it, so they were complaining, and that's why they eventually changed their policies. Now, a lot of journalists have been, I guess, I'm going to say it's rumor and speculation, because I don't know how much of it's true. And wow, that was really weird. I went to throw it forward, and I almost blew myself up. I don't know how. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I didn't have to get back on Yoshi. Oh, you bastard. I hate the fall down in this game. It takes like 5 minutes to get back up. Another minor gripe. But it's okay, because I only really wanted to make this video one level in the game. Because I'm not Let's Playing this, just as a reminder. I was just kind of ranting about the embargo. But yeah, so game journalists, oh my god, that is embarrassing. There's really no recovery, too, and you get hit in this game a lot of times. You're kind of just on your ass, and you're going to have to sit there for a while. Definitely should have went through World 3 before doing this mission. This is kind of an annoying level. But it's okay, I'll do it this time, and if I don't, I'm going to be upset. I'm just kidding. I'm totally going to do it this time, and we're going to beat this level. While talking at the same time. Yeah, I've never done this before, so I'm essentially rambling about something while playing this for the first time, and that's never a good thing. It's also 1 in the morning, and I'm kind of tired. But, alright, Yoshi, spit it out. We're gonna succeed. So, yeah. Battlefield 4's review just came out within the hour. And I read it, and it got an 8.0 on GameSpot and an 8.5 on IGN. Go figure, right? The single-player campaign sucks ass, and the multiplayer's pretty good. The textures are a little low-res, and the current-gen consoles, like the PS3 and Xbox 360, doesn't support 64-player online. But the PS4 version does run at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and it boasts 64-player online multiplayer. So, why is the Xbox One the only console that doesn't have a review for it? And then I started, okay, apparently those dots that are, like, indicating the track for this thing, they can actually, like, block your rocket. Like, that's bullshit. So, essentially, I got ripped off there. That really was not my fault. Notice it didn't do it that time. Alright, this should be the boss. These are the little things you can use your star bits to purchase things. Sure, I would love to get one more hit so I don't die. Alright, you blubber bastard. I refuse to die at this boss, so I want to have full health. Transform! There you go. That was kind of worth it, I guess. I don't need all those star bits. I've been going out of my way to collect a lot of them anyway, so... So, yeah, I don't know what this boss is, so I'm most likely going to die. But yeah, if I die, I'm just going to end the video because I basically said what I wanted to say. But I think it just really... I wanted to make this video because I'm just confused, above all. It really just doesn't make any sense. So essentially, the games are going to get reviewed before the console comes out regardless. So I don't know what difference it makes if the review scores go up now or later. People have already, you know... They would have already read the reviews prior to the console, so they could just simply say, okay, I don't want this game anymore, or I don't want this console anymore, or whatever. I'm not, you know, I don't really understand the point. Apparently, the type of processor, the cell processor within the Xbox One, it makes it a lot more difficult for developers to develop for it, and that kind of sucks. I mean, why would you make a console that is going to have those kinds of difficulties? I'm not entirely sure, and I mean, I don't think the Xbox One's going to be a bad console. I think this is really just another roadblock that they're going to have to go across. I think, honestly, the fact that Microsoft is drawing so much attention to this by creating this embargo and refusing to give journalists access to their games to review, I think it's just causing more problems. If they would just leave it be, people could sit there and accept it. Like, okay, whatever, it runs at 720p. That's really not going to look that much damn different. But since they're making such a big deal about it, it's causing, like, way more rage between Xbox and Sony fanboys. So that's only going to cause problems. Obviously, the PS4 is coming out before the Xbox One, so that makes things even worse in a way, because people are already going to see PS4, a console that apparently does run a lot of their launch games, if not every game, at a native 60 frames a second at 1080p resolution. So... essentially, it comes down to, it's really in Microsoft's ballpark. They're the ones that get to put out their console second, so they're the ones that essentially get to learn from the PS4 launch. Obviously, they only have a week to learn from it, so I'm not saying it's going to be that much of a difference, but I don't know, this whole embargo thing is really retarded, because I need to know what versions of games I'm going to be purchasing. Call of Duty Ghosts comes out next week, and I was going to get it on the Xbox 360 and use the upgrade program to get it on the Xbox One. Now, if the Xbox One version totally sucks, I probably might just keep it on the Xbox 360. But I'm not sure. If it's really just a matter of resolution, that's no reason to get or not get a game, so I'm not going to make that much of a big deal about it. Oh, I think I got him. Yay. See, I could talk and fight. I could talk and fight. See, I was just getting ripped off in that level, too. When you get knocked on your stomach in this game, you're down for a good couple of seconds. So, yeah, maybe I'll go back to World 3 and end up beating it. Well, whoa, how am I supposed to get to that star? I really don't want to fall for their stupidity. I don't want to go down into that pit, so let's see if I can get it from here, like this. Oh, that's cool. Well, that was a good way to end the video. At least I actually got through the level. But yeah, definitely leave some comments in the comments section about your opinions on this whole thing. Do you really think it matters that the Xbox One is going to have launch games running at 720p native instead of 1080? I don't think it makes a difference, but leave some comments. Give me your opinions. Do you think Microsoft's making a good decision by having this whole embargo? Or do you think it'd be a better idea to just give the journalists the games, have the reviews come out, and let people accept what's there? So stay tuned for another video. I'm going to be putting up a couple of Let's Visits because I went to the NC State Fair and the NC State Museum this past weekend, so I'm going to be putting up those videos. And obviously I'll keep uploading videos for my Halo 3 co-op Let's Play, so I hope you've enjoyed the first two parts of that, and there will be more incoming.